Hello everyone. Many of us already know that we share about 95% of our DNA with some types of primates. But what we possibly do not know is that we also share about 50% of our DNA with bananas. That sounds crazy, right? But that's what it is. In one of my previous videos, I introduced you to biological molecules and I talked about carbohydrates. In this video, I want us to look at the other two types of biological molecules, which are proteins and nucleic acids. But before I proceed, my name is Nonso Ezanobekwe and I welcome you to my channel. Kindly subscribe to this channel and endeavor to turn on the notification bell. And so if you're ready, let's begin. Proteins are essential nutrients that are found throughout the body. Proteins are found in our muscles, bones, skin, hair, and virtually every other part of the body you can think of. Some proteins contribute to the structures of the cell. Structures such as the cell membranes, the mitochondria, ribosomes, and chromosomes. These proteins are called structural proteins. There is another group of proteins called enzymes. Enzymes control the chemical reactions that keep the cell alive. Although there are many different types of proteins, all of them contain carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, and nitrogen. Many of them also contain sulfur. Protein molecules are made up of long chains of monomers called amino acids. There are about 20 different amino acids in animal proteins, including alanine, leucine, and valine. The shape of a protein molecule is very relevant to the kind of job that the protein does. For example, the shape of an enzyme molecule creates an active site. The active site of an enzyme has a complementary shape to the substrate molecule on which the enzyme acts. This makes enzymes very specific in their actions. I am sure you must have heard of antibodies. These are proteins produced by white blood cells called lymphocytes. Each antibody has a binding site, which can lock onto pathogens such as bacteria. Each pathogen has antigens on its surface, and these antigens are of a complementary shape to the binding site of an antibody. Now let's take a look at the effect of temperature on proteins. When a protein is heated to temperatures over 50 degrees Celsius, the cross-linkages in its molecules break down and the protein molecules lose their shape. The protein is said to have been denatured. And when a protein is denatured, its original properties and functions are lost. Now let me break this down a little bit. The egg white, for example, is a protein. Naturally, the egg white is a clear runny liquid. But when it is heated, its molecules change shape and become a white solid, which cannot be changed back again. At this point, the egg white protein is said to have been denatured by heat. And so, since proteins form enzymes and many of the structures in the cell, if they are denatured, the enzymes and the cell structures will stop working and the cell will die. Now let's talk about nucleic acids. Nucleic acid is the overall name for DNA and RNA. While DNA is deoxyribonucleic acid, RNA is ribonucleic acid. DNA is a molecule which carries genetic instructions for the development, functioning, growth, and reproduction of all organisms and many viruses that are known to man. A DNA molecule is made up of long chains of nucleotides, and these nucleotides are formed into two strands. A nucleotide is made up of three things that are joined together, and these three things are a 5-carbon sugar molecule, a phosphate group, and an organic base. In DNA, the sugar is deoxyribose and the organic base is either adenine, thymine, cytosine, or guanine. The nucleotides are joined by their phosphate groups to form a long chain. The phosphate and sugar molecules are the same all the way down the chain, but the organic bases may differ. The DNA in a chromosome consists of 2 strands, or better still, 2 chains of nucleotides held together by hydrogen bonds between the bases. The size of the molecules ensures that adenine always pairs with thymine, and cytosine pairs with guanine. Thank you very much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. If you have not subscribed to this channel, kindly do that now, and don't forget to like this video. Moreover, if you want to ask any questions or make contributions, or even tell me how much you love this video, please feel free to do so in the comment section down below, and I'll be waiting to acknowledge you. I love you all.